For me personally, being Malay is all about unity, togetherness. It's about being strong, but being strong together. It's about supporting each other. I firmly believe that we as the Malay community can do so much more than what we have achieved now and in the past if we were more supportive and more encouraging towards each other's efforts. My motto in life is that everybody deserves a second chance because I did not start off perfect, whether in my studies or in my business, but it's not always about the beginning, it's always about how you finish that matters more. And in the work that I do, in the people that I assist and help, I see so many of these stories and individuals where they have struggled with their own areas of life, but some of them feel like it's time for them to quit, it's time for them to give up. And that's where I come in and tell them that, you know, it's not over until it truly is over. So it's not for us to decide, it's for us to continue striving and work towards becoming our best. I was from a full-time madrasa here in Singapore, Madrasa Al-Junaid Al-Islamiyah. I was there for 12 years, from primary school to secondary school, all the way to pre-university. I learned so much when I was there, but you have to understand the context of being in a full-time madrasa in the 90s. It's so different than the ones that you get to see today. But despite that, I think I learned a lot in terms of my foundation, my values, and a lot of my principles from my teachers there. I then moved on and took a degree in Islamic law, or Sharia. It's a 4-year program that was a combination of studying in Malaysia as well in Egypt, in Al-Azhar University. Graduated in 2006, and then I worked in the office of the Mufti in Muiz for a while, for 2.5 years. I did all sorts of stuff there, everything from the sermons, Islamic education for adults, fatwa, and all of that. I also was given tons of opportunities to travel, to present papers all around the world. So that was a beneficial experience for me personally. I started Safina in 2009, and the goal at the very beginning was very simple because I felt that there was a gap in the community back then where there were very few options for people to learn about Islam in English. Okay, there were probably just 1 or 2 providers at that time, and I felt that I had something to offer. I was passionate about ensuring that whatever people learn is relevant for their lives. I loved a two-way engagement in class. I always insist that my students ask questions, and I think they're not getting enough opportunities there. Safina is also not just about teaching Islam in English, but it's also about ensuring that our programs, the content, all resonate with the people who come. It makes sense to them. So we believe strongly in trying to break down the complexities of the subjects under the Deen, under Islam, to make it more relatable, easy to understand, easy to digest, easy to practice even, and so that they're able to practice confidently. We also, another thing that is part of our core values and beliefs at Safina is that anyone, regardless of their background, regardless of their religious education in the past, regardless of what they've done, they should be allowed entry into any of our programs. That is why if you look at the topics, the events, the venues, everything that we do, everything is thought through since day one to ensure that it's comfortable enough for anyone to come. It's not intimidating, whether the content, whether the location of the event, everything has to be accommodating and welcoming. That is our purpose. We are not here trying to convert the converted. We are here to try to provide an avenue, an opportunity for those who have missed the boat, for those who have never felt like they were welcomed anywhere else, to be able to come to our events. That has been the thought, the idea from day one. There are so many things that we can talk about the Malay community. The Malay community is very creative. I think we are known for that in the arts world, in the arts industry. I know there's so many of us and doing so well. But as how I began this video, I spoke about unity and togetherness. Bersatu padu, bergotong royong, all these spirits that we call them the kampung spirit, right? But I think I still see some of that today. We could have a little bit more. That would be nice. But that, if you ask me, that's the nicest thing. If I were to have a recollection of past experiences that were pleasant to me, I always look back to days when we have family gatherings and everybody's there, during the days of when ada majlis khatan and the whole kampung comes down, weddings. Look at our weddings, it's so happening, like everybody and anyone in our contact list are invited, neighbors, friends, family, colleagues, co-workers. It's like there's something amazing about our community in that sense, where if somebody is in need of help, everybody will come down and show their support and do whatever they can to help and to assist. That to me is priceless, and we should all be proud of that. I don't know, I think I am blessed. I think I am very fortunate to have had the background that I had. I'm not saying it was perfect, but bits and pieces of here and there, people I've met along the way, teachers who have taught me the critical life lessons, my parents, and the values that they've instilled in me. And I think everybody needs a strong sense of humility, because you can get carried away very easily. A little bit of success here, a little bit of exposure there, and then you might start to lose yourself along the way. And I think this is what we need to remind ourselves, and if sometimes we need others to remind us as well that, hey, go back to your objective, the reason why you started everything. Remember that you don't know everything, that you're still learning, you're always in the process of learning. These kind of reminders, to me, are extremely important. Either we give it to ourselves, or we need to give it to someone else, or we need to be open enough to receive it from others. And that is what's going to keep us grounded, and that is what's going to ensure longevity of what we do and what we are able to do for the community. Of course, first reaction was I was shocked, because I don't know what is this award, what is this nomination. I checked out the website. Apparently people get to vote or nominate, right? Rather, they get to nominate. So my first question was, on what basis was I nominated? Because I really don't know. I don't see myself as a Wira. I still have lots of people in the community that I look up to, who I consider to be heroes in their own rights. So I'm still learning. I'm still trying to make my